We enjoy anything new, be it an experience, a friend, an object, or whatnot. New gives us a sense of excitement and joy. So today, feel the thrill as we give you new stories that will delight you.
I create patterns for fabric, for wallpaper, mostly parang printed on merchandise for different clients.
Many other businessmen, much bigger than he was, but I think with persistence, he also showed McDonald's that he would be the right partner.
All that and more new things that will brighten up your day. My name is Gretchen Ho, 我是何美玲, and this is Chinoy TV, 废话电视台. There's a new craze that millennials are raving about, and it involves a brush, an ink, and sheets of paper. It's the latest trend, it's the newest hobby, and it's called calligraphy.
Calligraphy is actually the art of beautiful writing for me. A lot of people confuse it with lettering, which is a different. Lettering is actually drawing of letters, while calligraphy is writing. There's pointed pen calligraphy, and then there's broad edge calligraphy, and then there's brush calligraphy. But like under that, there's also different styles.
The calligraphy trend may be something new in this age of social media, but its roots and its early written beginnings can actually be traced to China as early as 4000 BC.
中国书法，它是一个很具有代表性的中国艺术，就有点像西方的绘画一样。我们认为一个人的书法可以很好的体现出这个人的性格。我们的书法起源很早，差不多公元前5000年或者6000年就有关于文字的记载。 但是呢，真正的书法开始，我们普遍认为是在公元前200多年秦朝的时候，小篆的出现才代表了中国书法的开始。
由于最近越来越多的狂热者和爱好者，书法又开始备受瞩目。
I also credit the internet for that because if you look at Instagram, calligraphy is very popular and a lot of people like to watch you write and learn from those things. A lot of like modern calligraphy artists shied away from the traditional and created their own calligraphy style by merging different disciplines like calligraphy and graffiti, for example. So it's a new thing, and the look of it is what attracted me to pursue it more.
I rediscovered it lang siguro 2011 because I personally love experimenting with different kinds of art materials, seeing what I can do with it. And then I just taught myself how to write in script calligraphy. It takes a lot of patience, like anything. It doesn't matter what style your handwriting is. When you turn to calligraphy, you have to break it down one stroke at a time.
但是书法不只是一种爱好。
Sometimes there's client commissions, so I do that mostly like t-shirt designs and logos. That's the most common.
For pattern designs, I commission these patterns to other brands as well. So I create patterns for fabric, for wallpaper, mostly parang printed on merchandise for different clients.
Different strokes for different folks? There may be different reasons why people are so interested in calligraphy, but one thing's for sure, calligraphy as a hobby can be really healthy.
The most important thing is to be passionate about it, because if you don't have passion for it, you won't give time to learn it.
Craft crafting actually starts as like my personal time for myself. It's like my creative outlet. It's very relaxing. It takes you to a different place when you're practicing your craft.
We source everything from Macau to make sure that our standards are aligned with the global standards of Macau Imperial Tea.
Chinoy TV is brought to you by BA Securities, City's Events Place, unsurpassed elegance and paralleled ambience. For inquiries, contact 376-1892. Prestige Television, like a boss. Crown, the professional choice. Filipino-Chinese Xinlian Association. Henry Lee. Willie Chua Kim Tong. George Chiu Chun Lin. Victor Lim. Cristino Lim. Open up to everyday surprises with rib crackling. Eat that hugot, a wishy, oh wow.
I'm here at the Chinatown of Quezon City and I heard there's something new here. So come, let's check it out. Macau Imperial Tea is actually something new here in the Philippines,
Right.
and it's the first branch in the Philippines. So how did the concept start?
The concept started in Macau. We were in a family trip and then we discovered the brand. And then we loved the products, and then after trying it for several times, we finally decided to bring it here in the Philippines to share it to the Filipinos.
间咖啡店有很多种茶、果汁、咖啡和蛋糕可以选择，但是本店最出名的是5种彩色的苏打饮料，那种鲜艳的彩色最适合放在社交网页。
There you go.
Wow, it's so colorful.
So we have the Sakura soda. Yeah, we have this one, the blue curacao, the green apple. Yeah, and then this one is the midsummer soda, as well as our very best seller, the over the rainbow soda.
Oh, so I want to try this.
Sure, go ahead. So before you try it, you have to mix it well. Yeah, because it has different flavors. So for you to enjoy the drink, you have to shake it well.
Let's shake it.
How was it?
Tastes so good.
Yeah.
This is actually perfect for when the weather is
Yes, summer.
hot,
Yeah.
it's summer.
Right.
And when you're after your workout, you feel so hot,
Right.
so you can drink this. You want to be known as not just a tea house,
Yeah.
but you also serve snacks.
Yes,
And
yes.
you also serve coffee.
Right.
So you want to be known as what? As a cafe.
Yes.
Alright.
Because I myself is a tea lover and a coffee lover. So I used to work in a coffee shop, for the entire day. I experienced it firsthand. So I know very well what a tea lover would look for when they go to a cafe. So that's the reason why we decided to offer a wide variety of menu products, just to make sure that it's suitable or everyone can find something here in Macau Imperial Tea.
Firsthand you've experienced
Yeah.
how it feels like working in a coffee shop,
Yeah.
working in a cafe. So what have you seen in that firsthand experience that you've applied here in Macau Imperial?
I think something to mention would be the sockets as well as the internet connection. Yeah.
I've read about it that all you have here is handcrafted. So what
Yes.
does this mean?
When we say handcrafted, all the ingredients are freshly made for everyone. For example, the tea leaves. We source everything from Macau to make sure that our standards are aligned with the global standards of Macau Imperial Tea. And then after that, we freshly brew all the tea leaves here whenever our customers order a tea or a coffee or our drinks.
他们来自澳门，所以装潢成鲜艳彩色。
Well, the interior of Macau Imperial Tea is a little bit the same as what we have in Macau. So you'll see the brick, and then the color red, of course, is the color of Macau Imperial Tea, of the brand color, as well as the mural with the Macau view.
This branch in the Philippines and other branches in other countries. What is the one common design or one interior design that you all have?
That would be the brick. Yeah,
The
that's
brick
something
wall,
you will.
yeah.
Yeah, that's something you will see across all the branches. But for the succeeding branches of the Philippines, we want to make it different because we always want to provide a new Macau Imperial Tea experience to all the customers.
见新奇的东西固然好，而能够发现能与朋友一起吃饭的新地点，那就更好了。
This segment is brought to you by Manila Doctors Hospital.
我们都知道，不好的生活习惯，如抽烟和喝酒，都会为我们带来各种各样的病痛。根据研究发现，一个喜欢运动的人会比较健康，而不抽烟的也比较不会有结肠直肠癌或结肠息肉的病例。
Well, colon is actually an intestine, okay? It's the lower part of the intestine, it's the large intestines. It is where after digestion from the stomach, it goes to the smaller intestines and it goes to the large intestines. And before it goes out to as bowels or as stools. So it helps in digestion of the food that we take.
根据研究发现，一个喜欢运动的人会比较健康，而不抽烟的也比较不会有结肠直肠癌或结肠息肉的病例。
A person may have colon cancer because maybe she or he has a first-degree relative or a close relative who has colon cancer. There is a familial type of colon cancer known as the Lynch syndrome or the FAP, the familial adenomatous polyp. So these are individuals who have very high risk to having colon cancer. Even if you don't have the high risk, the risk factors like the familial type, you are still at high risk if you're obese, if you are a smoker, you have diabetes mellitus, and in your diet, if you eat a lot of red meat, low fiber diet, and then you're still at risk of having colon cancer. Generally, the early symptoms of colon cancer would be having bowels or stools that are thin or small as compared to your regular bowels, stools that may have blood on it or a different color of the stool like black stools, abdominal pain, persistent abdominal pain that does not go away with simple pain relievers, unexplained weight loss, then you should seek consultation.
根据 Timball 医生的解说，当一位有结肠癌的病患接受治疗的时候，也必须调理病患的身体。
Colon cancer, if diagnosed at an early stage, can be curable. So it can be as high as more than 70% 5-year survival. It can be as low as less than 50% 5-year survival if the diagnosed patient is at stage 4. For those patients who have very high risk like family history or other diseases, then maybe as early as 40 years old, they can undergo screening. And we can do that here in Manila Doctors Hospital.
This segment is brought to you by Manila Doctors Hospital. The Philippine Chinese Charitable Association celebrated their 140th anniversary last June 28 at the Manila Hotel, joined by special guests Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, PROC Consul General Lo Gang, Congresswoman Gloria Arroyo, Manila Mayor Joseph Estrada, as well as the PUP Maharlika dance artists for special performances. Directed by Virgilio Sia and hosted by Willard Chua, The program showed notable speeches by PCCAI President Emeritus James D., Chairman Benito Goyokpin, Senior Vice President Jameson D., Director Jaime Cruz, and Executive Vice President Kelly Sia. With 14 other new officers, Reginald Yu of Xavier School Batch 1984 officially took on his new role as the new president of the school's Alumni Association during their 28th induction ceremonies last June 21. Hosted by Chinoy TV's Gretchen Ho, the occasion, led by President Father Aristotle D.S.J., also became a gathering of the school's outstanding alumni who went to witness the momentous event, including special guests JG Summit COO Lance Gokongwei, Manila and San Juan mayors Joseph Estrada and Gia Gomez, and representatives from the Federation of Filipino Chinese Alumni Associations, Anvil Business Club, and JCI Philippines.
菲律宾张夏龙同海总会庆祝成立55周年暨第56、57届理监事会。菲律宾张夏龙同海商会庆祝成立1周年暨首届职员就职典礼及香侨联欢大会7月8日晚，甲座巴西市金海湾海鲜酒家隆重举行。中国驻菲律宾大使馆董洪雅理事出席并致辞。 该会名誉理事长魏瑞成担任总会就职监事员并训回。该会荣员名誉理事长张昭和担任商会首届职员就职监事员并训回。非华商联总会理事长黄年荣担任大会主讲人。非华各界联合会副主席戴国兴、庆贺团代表杨胜华、社团代表叶芳峰等先后致辞。 非华友好社团代表、嘉宾等应邀出席典礼仪式。名誉理事长高阳东担任大会主席，新届理事长尤瑞崇致辞，执行副理事长曾家龙致谢词，副理事长王玉娜、施安妮分别介绍主宾席宾主以及主讲人。蔡珍蔚担任大会司仪。
One time I met Jose Marichan. I said, hey, Joe, you know, I think I can sing. Oh, let's talk about it.
Chinoy TV is brought to you by Nation Paper Products and Printing Corporation, Japan Parts Trading Center, distributor of Koyo Automotive and Industrial Bearings, Megatech Fine Invitations, Mayor Photo, professional photo and video equipment, Federation of Electrical and Electronic Suppliers and Manufacturers of the Philippines Incorporated, Nung Family, Chua Beng Teng, Conchita Go, Joseph Tan Solis, Tita Rose Tan. Open up to everyday surprises with Smart C. Refresh the smart way. A wishy, oh wow.
Happiness is peace and contentment. You cannot keep comparing yourself to everybody else. You have to be content with what you have achieved. So that should give you peace. I am George Yang Siming, and this is my profile.
From the fast food counter to the concert stage, this well-known Chinoy personality sang his way to his new love and is now enjoying the fruits, or should I say, fast food of his labor. Let's take a look at his profile and see what exactly made him the charming singing businessman that he is today.
I saw a small coffee shop in Cubao. One time I went in for a merienda. I saw they have a wrapper called Big Mac. Okay? And I know that brand belongs to McDonald's. So I sent them the wrapper. Said, you should register already. Otherwise, people will just use your brands, you know. And they came here in 1976 just to look around. And I was one of those that they come to meet also. They like what they saw in the Philippines. They say, hey, looks like a good market. Everybody speaks English. So that was the first time they were exposed in the Philippines. And they took us seriously, and I even went to Hong Kong with my son to train without their permission. I went to Hong Kong. I got to know the managing director there and put on a new uniform and worked there I wanted to know what it's like. Me also. And my son, Kenneth, was 15 years old. Finally, we become 100% Filipino company, and that's how the transition went. And luckily, it was very positive for us.
Taking a cue or two from his father, Kenneth Yang wholeheartedly accepted the responsibility. Being at the helm, however, is not always a great serving of fries, burgers, or sodas, because most of the time, there are challenges to be faced and lessons to be learned.
McDonald's at the time was a very difficult franchise to get, especially as he was also competing with many other businessmen much bigger than he was. But I think with persistence, he also showed McDonald's that he would be the right partner. That was a very pleasant surprise to our family, and we are his #1 fans.
I was already 60 years old when I found out that I could sing fairly well from the karaoke. Then I started singing at home. Put some equipment in the house and sing at home. One time I met Jose Marichan. Joe, you know, I think I can sing. So let's talk about it. So when he was back in Manila, we had lunch, and he said he will help me produce a CD. And I was very interested just for a record that I could sing, and then maybe one day my grandchildren can hear me. He helped produce my first CD. So one time he had a concert at the NBC 10. His guest was Anna Feji. So he said, George, would you like to sing with Anna? You can sing the prayer. Yeah. And sang with her the prayer. And many people were surprised because they're Makati crowds.
I think it's nice that he has been able to, hit two birds with one stone. He's giving back, at the same time he's pursuing his passion for singing.
I started learning classical music because a friend of mine who is a classical singer said, your voice is suitable for classical music. So I can sing both classical music, Broadway, and even the pop. So classical music was more challenging, and I make a CD when I learned classical. I made a CD, The Night is Young. Then I started making another one called Always Young. When I was young, just like all of us, when we were teenagers, we listened to the radio and we tried to follow the radio, whatever is being sung in the radio, right? So I realized I could carry a tune. I'm happy. My family is happy, and they all become good, responsible citizens. I'm happy when the company is doing well. I'm happy. I'm able to help people too.
Chinoy TV is brought to you by BA Securities. Cities Events Place, unsurpassed elegance and paralleled ambiance. For inquiries, contact 376-1892. Mayor Photo, professional photo and video equipment. Manuel Kiwako. Enrique Chua. Albert Abaya. Tony D. Best Tank. Open up to everyday surprises with Marty's Cracklin, every man's kainuman, o wishy, oh wow.
I am George Yang Siming, and this is my profile. One time I did ask my father, I said, hey, do you think maybe I should take some music lessons, singing lessons? So he said, what for? Because of my love for music, I said, God gave me something else in my old age, made me an artist of sorts. I should give back. Many Filipinos, ang gagaling. They don't have money. So I started this scholarship program. I will help them with their tuition. So they become my scholars, Classical Music Foundation scholars.
Doing what he loves and doing something to give back define the kind of passion George has for singing and classical music. And for the past years, he's been singing sweet music together with his scholars under the Classical Music Foundation.
Every time you audition for something, you have this pre-jitters, and it's always nerve-wracking to be singing in front of very talented people, because our judges were very, very talented. And then to be able to sing in front of Sir George, and it was the first time that I ever meet him. So it was something like very surreal. And then when I got in, it somehow made me believe in myself more. It really inspires me to sing. And then having this opportunity to be able to sing in different places and touch people's lives gives me so much happiness.
Every now and then, I also have concerts for them, where they are all singers. And usually I also sing with them.
Before a performance, we always laugh together because we tend to be very nervous, but we try to liven up each other. Sir George and I have been performing. We have sung like hundreds of times together already. So I'm very grateful that he always asks me to perform with him. And I'm very grateful that he believes in what I can do.
One of the personal things that I do, aside from business, that I, in a way, I'm contributing to society. I'm happy, my family is happy, and they all become good, responsible citizens. I'm happy when the company is doing well. I'm happy I'm able to help people too. At the same time, I'm still progressing. I am George Yang Siming. I'm a businessman and maybe a singer. I am a Chinese-Filipino.
We all love having new things in our lives, but having a mix of the old and the new can give us the perfect balance that we need to have a beautiful life. My name is Gretchen Ho, 我是何美玲, and this has been Chinoy TV, 废话电视台. Next week on Chinoy TV.
Sobrang sarap. I like how yung skin is crunchy.
Ito yung, kumbaga, this is the improved version of hopia baboy.
I love buko pandan. It tastes good.